Welcome to Rewriting My Story, the podcast where healing meets growth and every chapter becomes an opportunity to rise stronger than before. I'm your host, and each week we dive into real motivations about resilience, self discovery, faith, purpose, and the journey of becoming the best version of ourselves. Whether you're overcoming setbacks, learning to love yourself again, or stepping into a brand new season, this space is here to remind you that your story is still being written and you hold the pen. So take a deep breath, lean in, and let's keep writing our stories together. People often say friends come and go, but every now and then, God places people in your life who become so much more than friends. They become sisters. Today's episode is dedicated to two women who have been exactly that for me. Welcome to Rewriting My Story. Before I share today's message, I want to tell you something. This episode is deeply personal. It's dedicated to two women whom I love dearly, my sisters, Jaleesa and Lydia. Although each of them is different, they have both impacted my life in ways they may never fully realize. Jaleesa, you have one of the most beautiful hearts I've ever encountered. Your kindness, your compassion, your ability to care for others, it shines everywhere you go. Yet sometimes I watch you carry burdens that were never yours to carry. I see you question your worth when everyone around you can clearly see your value. I need you to know today that you are loved. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. And you are enough. Not because people say so, but because God has already declared it. And Lydia, for more than 20 years, you've been one of the steady voices in my life through all kinds of seasons. Seasons of laughter, tears, victories, disappointment, and growth. One thing that remained the same, you remain constant. Thank you for being my rock. Thank you for showing up when life wasn't always easy. Thank you for your prayers and your encouragement, your honesty, and your unwavering love. There are people who come into our lives for season, and then there are people God plant there as reminders that we never have to walk alone. You ladies, you've been that for me. Today's episode isn't just about these two women. It's about every woman who has forgotten how remarkable she is. It's about every woman who has mistaken rejection for her identity. It's about every woman who has looked in the mirror and only noticed her imperfections, while God looked at her and saw purpose. The world has a way of handing us labels we never asked for. Not enough, too much, too emotional, too broken, too late. But God never introduces his daughters that way. When he looks at you, he doesn't see your failures before he sees your faith. He doesn't see your scars before he sees your strength. He doesn't see your past before he sees your purpose. He sees someone he intentionally created. Psalms 139 reminds us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Ephesians 2:10 says we are God's workmanship created for good works. Isaiah 43:1 reminds us that he has called us by name and that we belong to him. And 1 Peter 2:9 declares that we are a chosen people, called out of darkness into his marvelous light. If God says you're chosen, why do we keep agreeing with voices that cause us forgotten? If God says you're loved, why do we keep believing we're unlovable? If God says you're enough in him, Why do we spend so much time of our lives trying to earn what He's already given? Jaleesa, never allow someone else's inability to recognize your value to convince you that you don't have any. Lydia, thank you for reminding me what faithful love looks like. Thank you for standing beside me for more than 20 years. Your loyalty has been one of God's greatest gifts in my life. And to everyone listening, maybe God placed a Jaleesa in your life, someone who needs reminding of their worth. Maybe He placed a Lydia in your life, someone who has quietly held you together through life's storms. Don't wait until it's too late to tell them what they mean to you. Speak life over them, honor them, pray for them, celebrate them. Because sometimes the greatest gift we can give another person is helping them see themselves the way God has already seen them. And to my sisters, I love you both. Thank you for being a part of my story. May you never forget that you are daughters of the King, deeply loved, abundantly gifted, and wonderfully created on purpose and for a purpose. Thank you for spending time with me today on Rewriting My Story. If this episode encouraged you, inspired you, or reminded you that healing is possible, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who may need it too. Remember, your past does not define you, your future is still unfolding, and you are worthy of every beautiful thing ahead. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and keep rewriting your story.